Bananas, the healthy fruit that's silently damaging your body. They're in every grocery store, kitchen, and lunchbox across America. The curved yellow fruit. That's been called nature's perfect snack for decades. But what if this seemingly innocent superfood has a darker side? What if this staple food that millions consume daily could actually be harming certain people with specific health conditions? For decades, we've been told that bananas are one of the healthiest foods on the planet. Rich in potassium, fiber, and vitamins, they've become a regular part of most American diets. But shocking new research is revealing the truth about this common fruit. Medical experts are now warning that for many people, eating bananas regularly could be causing serious, even life-threatening harm. And the worst part? Most people consuming them daily have absolutely no awareness of the potential dangers. The food industry has little incentive to highlight these risks about such a profitable product. The medical community has been quietly discussing this for years, but now doctors are finally speaking out. What they're revealing about this common fruit might completely change your breakfast routine forever. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the hidden dangers of bananas that you need to know about. Stay with me until the end, because the last health risk might be affecting you right now without your knowledge. Your kidneys are remarkable organs that filter waste and excess substances from your blood every single day. They maintain a delicate balance of minerals that keep your body functioning properly without you noticing. But when kidney function becomes impaired, even slightly, this balance gets disrupted. And that's where bananas become potentially dangerous in ways most people never consider. Most people don't realize that a single medium banana contains a whopping 432 mg of potassium. For healthy individuals, this mineral helps regulate heart rhythm, muscle contractions, and nerve signals. But for those with compromised kidney, this potassium bomb can rapidly push levels into the danger zone. The kidneys can no longer filter out excess minerals efficiently, leading to dangerous accumulation. Dr. Marcus Reynolds, a nephrologist at Cleveland Medical Center, warns that patients with stage 3 or 4 kidney disease should severely limit or completely avoid bananas due to their high potassium content. High potassium levels, a condition called hyperkalemia, can lead to irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, and numbness. In severe cases, it can cause cardiac arrest without any warning signs. The terrifying reality is that many people don't feel symptoms of hyperkalemia until it's too late. Your heart could be at risk while you continue eating what you believe is a healthy breakfast. A 2021 study published in the American Journal of Kidney Disease found that patients with chronic kidney disease who regularly consumed high potassium fruits experienced significantly more complications than others. What makes this particularly dangerous is that kidney disease often progresses silently. Many of the 37 million Americans with kidney disease don't even know they have this condition. The National Kidney Foundation now recommends that anyone with reduced kidney function monitor potassium intake carefully, but that warning hasn't reached everyone, and many patients remain unaware of this risk. And it's not just potassium. Bananas also contain phosphorus, another mineral that damaged kidneys struggle to filter out. High phosphorus levels can leach calcium from bones and form dangerous deposits in soft tissues. Perhaps most concerning is that many doctors don't specifically warn patients about banana consumption. The fruit is so widely considered healthy that it often escapes scrutiny in dietary recommendations. If you've ever felt sluggish or experienced an energy crash after eating a banana, there's a scientific reason. This seemingly innocent fruit can cause dramatic spikes in blood sugar that rival some candy bars. A medium-ripe banana scores around 60 on the glycemic index, but very ripe bananas with brown spots can spike much higher, sometimes reaching into the high 70s. For comparison, table sugar scores 65. What makes this particularly deceptive is that bananas are marketed as healthy, natural energy sources. But for those with diabetes, insulin resistance, or metabolic syndrome, they can be a metabolic nightmare. The natural sugar content in bananas is significant, explains Dr. Sarah Bernstein, an endocrinologist. A medium banana contains about 14 grams of sugar, about half as much as a can of Coca-Cola. When sugar enters the bloodstream rapidly, it triggers a substantial insulin response. For people with insulin resistance, this surge can put tremendous stress on an already struggling system. What's more concerning is that many diabetic meal plans actually recommend bananas as a healthy fruit option. This outdated advice fails to consider the glycemic impact that can send blood sugar soaring. A study in the Journal of Diabetes Research found that replacing high glycemic fruits like bananas with lower glycemic alternatives improved blood sugar control in just 2 weeks. Yet this information isn't widely shared. Even more alarming is how ripeness affects sugar content. As bananas ripen and develop brown spots, their starch converts to simple sugars. A fully brown banana can contain up to 35% more sugar than a yellow-green one. For the 100+ million Americans with diabetes or pre-diabetes, this seemingly small dietary choice could be making their condition significantly worse without them realizing the connection. The insulin spikes triggered by bananas don't just affect blood sugar. They can promote fat storage, increase inflammation, and contribute to the progression of metabolic disease over time. Have you ever experienced bloating, gas, or stomach pain after eating a banana? You're not imagining it. For millions with irritable bowel syndrome and digestive sensitivities, bananas can be a hidden trigger. The culprit is a group of carbohydrates called FODMAPs, fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. These short-chain carbs resist digestion and ferment in the large intestine, producing gas and discomfort. Ripe bananas are particularly high in the FODMAP fructose, explains gastroenterologist Dr. Elena Martinez. When consumed by sensitive individuals, they can cause significant distress within hours or even minutes. What makes this particularly tricky is that green unripe bananas are actually low in FODMAPs and often recommended for gut health due to their resistant starch content. But as they ripen, everything changes. A study published in Gastroenterology Research found that 68% of IBS patients reported symptom improvement when removing high FODMAP fruits like ripe bananas from their diet. Yet many continue suffering without knowing why. The problem extends beyond just IBS sufferers. Those with small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, SIBO, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, and even acid reflux can experience flare-ups after banana consumption. Even more shocking, bananas contain chitinase, an enzyme that some scientists believe may contribute to latex fruit syndrome, an allergic cross-reaction that affects about 50% of people with latex allergies. Many popular gut healing protocols actually recommend bananas unaware of their potential to cause problems. The famous BRAT diet, bananas, rice, applesauce, toast, has been standard advice despite potential issues. The digestive distress doesn't stop at discomfort. It can interfere with nutrient absorption, disrupt the gut microbiome, and trigger inflammation that extends beyond the digestive system into other body systems. For the 45 million Americans suffering from IBS, the seemingly healthy choice to eat bananas could be exacerbating their symptoms daily. Yet this connection remains widely unrecognized in conventional advice. When we think about foods that damage teeth, we typically picture candy, soda, or sticky sweets. But bananas? Most people would never suspect this fruit could be harming their dental health with every bite. Bananas are surprisingly problematic for dental health, explains Dr. Jason Chen, a prosthodontist. They contain about 14 grams of sugar and have a sticky texture that adheres to teeth surfaces. This creates a perfect storm for tooth decay. The natural sugars feed harmful bacteria that produce acid, while the sticky texture ensures those sugars remain in contact with teeth longer than you might expect. Unlike crunchy fruits like apples that mechanically clean teeth as you chew, bananas do the opposite. Their soft, mushy texture clings to tooth surfaces and gets trapped between teeth, where it can cause damage. A study in the Journal of Dentistry found that frequent banana consumption was associated with a 17% higher rate of cavities in children compared to those who rarely ate the fruit. The combination of factors is concerning. What's particularly alarming is that many parents give bananas to young children as a healthy snack option, unaware of the potential impact on developing teeth. Without proper brushing afterward, damage accumulates. The acids in bananas, though milder than citrus fruits, can still contribute to enamel erosion over time. This gradual weakening of the tooth's protective outer layer leads to sensitivity and vulnerability to decay. For the millions of Americans already struggling with dental issues, regularly eating bananas without proper oral hygiene afterward could be making matters worse. Yet this fruit rarely makes dental danger lists. Even more concerning, many people eat bananas as a pre-workout snack or during athletic activities when they're already dehydrated. This reduced saliva flow creates an even higher risk environment for dental damage. Dentists report seeing patterns of decay that correlate with banana consumption habits, particularly in patients who eat them daily for breakfast or as a regular snack without brushing immediately afterward. Most people know about common food allergies like nuts, shellfish, and dairy. But bananas harbor a lesser-known threat. They're high in amines that can trigger inflammatory responses in sensitive individuals. Bananas contain natural histamine-releasing compounds and amines like tyramine and dopamine for people with histamine intolerance. This can unleash a cascade of inflammatory responses throughout the body. Dr. Rebecca Tung, an immunologist, explains histamine reactions to bananas can present as headaches, skin flushing, hives, throat tightness, stomach pain, and even anxiety or heart palpitations. What makes this particularly dangerous is that banana allergies often develop gradually. Someone might eat bananas for years without issue, then suddenly start experiencing reactions as their tolerance threshold changes. A study in the Annals of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology found that bananas were among the top 20 foods causing non-IgE-mediated food hypersensitivity reactions. These delayed responses make them hard to identify. For migraine sufferers, the tyramine in bananas can be particularly problematic. This compound affects blood flow to the brain and can trigger severe headaches in sensitive individuals within hours of consumption. Perhaps most concerning is the cross-reactivity between bananas and other allergens. Up to 50% of people with latex allergies also react to bananas due to similar protein structures. This connection often goes unrecognized. The amine content in bananas increases as they ripen, which explains why some people can tolerate greener bananas but experience symptoms with spotted ones. The ripening process increases reaction potential. For the estimated 3 to 5% of the population with histamine intolerance, eating bananas regularly could be triggering chronic inflammation, persistent skin issues, and mysterious symptoms that seem unconnected. What makes histamine reactions so insidious is their delayed nature, says Dr. Tung. You might eat a banana in the morning, but not experience symptoms until the afternoon, making the connection difficult to establish. Few people realize that their morning banana could be rendering their medications less effective or even dangerous. This tropical fruit can interact with several common drugs in ways most patients never suspect. Bananas are high in vitamin B6, which can reduce the effectiveness of certain medications, including levodopa, used to treat Parkinson's disease. This interaction is significant enough that doctors specifically warn about it. The high potassium content in bananas can be particularly dangerous for patients taking ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, warns pharmacologist Dr. Marcus Lee. This combination risks dangerous potassium buildup. Common blood pressure medications like lisinopril, when combined with bananas' high potassium content, can cause potassium levels to rise to dangerous levels. This can lead to irregular heartbeat in severe cases. What makes this especially concerning is that bananas are often considered so harmless that they're not included in medication interaction warnings. Patients may never be told to monitor their consumption. Tetracycline antibiotics, commonly prescribed for infections, bind with the minerals in bananas, reducing their absorption by up to 50%. Patients taking these antibiotics may not be getting the full therapeutic effect. For transplant patients taking immunosuppressants like cyclosporine, the enzyme interactions with compounds in bananas can alter drug metabolism, potentially compromising protection against organ rejection. A study in the Journal of Clinical Pharmacology found that certain enzymes in bananas affected the metabolism of benzodiazepines like Xanax and Valium, potentially increasing their sedative effects to dangerous levels. Beta blockers, taken by millions for heart conditions, can have their effectiveness altered by the tyramine in ripe bananas. This can lead to unexpected blood pressure fluctuations that put patients at risk. Even more concerning, many healthcare providers don't include bananas in their standard medication interaction screening, focusing instead on supplements and other medications while overlooking this common food item. Despite these warnings, it would be irresponsible not to acknowledge that for many people, bananas remain one of nature's most perfect foods. The key is understanding whether you fall into a risk category. For healthy individuals with normal kidney function, stable blood sugar, and no digestive sensitivities, bananas provide impressive nutritional benefits that support overall health and athletic performance. Bananas are rich in prebiotic fiber that feeds beneficial gut bacteria, explains nutritionist Dr. Sarah Morgan. For those without IBS or FODMAP sensitivity, this can improve digestive health and immune function. The potassium content that dangers kidney patients is precisely what makes bananas valuable for those with normal kidney function. This mineral helps regulate blood pressure and support proper muscle function. A 2022 study in the Journal of Nutritional Science found that regular banana consumption was associated with lower rates of cardiovascular disease in healthy adults. The combination of nutrients provides heart protection for athletes and active individuals. The natural sugar blend in bananas provides ideal exercise fuel. The combination of glucose, fructose, and sucrose offers immediate and sustained energy for performance. Bananas contain resistant starch, especially when slightly unripe, which acts as a powerful prebiotic. This feeds beneficial gut bacteria and has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity in healthy individuals. The vitamin B6 in bananas plays a crucial role in mood regulation through its involvement in creating neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. This may help explain why bananas boost mood for many people. For those concerned about the sugar content, it's worth noting that bananas have a built-in portion control mechanism. Unlike processed foods, it's difficult to overconsume bananas due to their fiber content. Perhaps most importantly, bananas represent an affordable, widely available source of nutrition in many food deserts and developing regions. Their natural packaging and stability make them accessible where fresh produce is limited. After reviewing all the evidence, it's clear that bananas are neither universally beneficial nor universally harmful. The decision to include them in your diet should be based on your individual health profile. If you have kidney disease, diabetes, severe IBS, histamine intolerance, or take medications known to interact with bananas, you should seriously consider limiting or avoiding this fruit despite its reputation. For everyone else, moderation is key. Enjoying bananas occasionally as part of a varied diet is unlikely to cause harm and may provide significant benefits. The problems typically arise with daily consumption. Dr. Elizabeth Chen, an integrative medicine specialist, recommends pay attention to your body's response. If you notice digestive discomfort, energy crashes, or other symptoms after eating bananas, your body is sending you a message. The ripeness factor matters significantly. Green or yellow-green bananas have less sugar, fewer amines, and lower FODMAP content than fully ripe or spotted bananas. Choosing less ripe bananas can minimize potential issues. For those who should avoid bananas but want similar nutritional benefits, alternatives exist. Berries provide antioxidants with lower sugar impact. Avocados offer potassium without the sugar. Apples provide fiber with better dental benefits. Perhaps the most important takeaway is that nutrition is never one size fits all. The perfect food for one person may be problematic for another. This personalized approach represents the future of dietary advice. So before automatically adding bananas to your cart during your next grocery trip, take a moment to consider your specific health needs and conditions. Your body might thank you for making a more informed choice. Has this information changed your perspective on this common fruit? Will you continue eating bananas or reconsider their place in your diet? The choice is yours, but now it's an informed one based on the full picture.